today, our second webinar in our winter webinar series is Local Heroes of Sustainability. So we are really excited to actually have three, well, I shouldn't say three, I should say six guest speakers. There are three listed here, but three surprise additional guests have joined us. So we'll have them talking about their different sustainability initiatives tonight. And before we begin, I just want to say a big thank you to Suzanne, Margaret, and Amelia for all joining us to talk about their different sustainability initiatives. And Suzanne has been joined by three of her students as well, so we're excited about that. Before we jump into our presenters today, I just want to introduce Chittenden Solid Waste. So we are a municipality that serves the community of Chittenden County. We're focused really on reducing and managing waste in Chittenden County in an environmentally sustainable way. And we do so for just under 170,000 residents and over 7,000 businesses. And a part of Chittenden Solid Waste District, we have facilities where people can take their waste. And we also have an outreach team, which I'm a part of, providing education to schools, businesses, and the community. So that's sort of where I come in. My name's Kat Moody. I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator at Chittenden Solid Waste District. And a big part of my job is going out into the community and doing educational workshops and presentations. I work with events and concerts in the summer to reduce and manage their waste. And I work with our Waste Warrior volunteer program as well. That's seen in the bottom right picture there. We're out at pretty much all of Higher Ground concerts, outdoor concerts in the summer, at different markets and festivals. And one of my biggest projects this year was actually our solar glasses collection project, where we collected over 170,000 pairs of solar eclipse glasses to be reused, and diverted them from the landfill. So that's a little summary of what I do. And we will have three presenters tonight talking about what they are doing in the community to help reduce waste, to sort of inspire sustainability among our Vermont community. So first presenting is Suzanne Weishar and her three wonderful students, Claire, Eleanor, and Seth. Thank you all so much for taking the time tonight to talk about your sustainability project. So Suzanne has been teaching in the Burlington School District for 31 years. And throughout her career, she has worked as a kindergarten teacher, and a sustainability coach, and is currently teaching second grade at C.P. Smith Elementary. Her goal is to live and learn with sustainability as her guiding principle. She finds inspiration in our wonderful community, which shows a strong commitment to caring for our world. And Suzanne is joined today by her three students, Seth in second grade, Claire in third grade, and Eleanor also in third grade. So thank you all for coming today. And with that, I will pass it off to you guys.
Thank you, Kat, very much. I am really, really pleased to be here, and I'm extra pleased to be here with my learners because they have more to share about what they're doing on a daily basis, and even programs that they've started on their own, which is really exciting. So I would love to show, basically to guide us through some slides tonight. Sorry, we just practiced them. I should have had them in the better order. Aha, here we are. So we're going to talk about not just recycling, but some specialty projects that we do here at CP Smith. And it includes a filmy plastic bag recycling challenge, as well as a battery challenge that is going to be brand new to us this year. Even though we have participated in the past in one, the new one is a little bit different. So as you heard Kat say,
Can I just interrupt you for 1 second?
Sure.
Do you, just so our audience can see, either minimizing those
Oh, that's right. I remember that now. Thank you. Is that better?
things. Let's see. Yeah, that's better. And then there's another one that I don't know if that. Oh, perfect. That one's
Okay,
minimized.
yay. Okay, thank you
And
so
then
much.
the other one, I don't know if you see it on your screen as well. Minimizing that other pop up.
The one at the very bottom?
The one to the right. I don't know if
I
it's showing up
I
as
don't, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't see another.
that is totally fine. I think
Let me, hmm.
we should be good enough. I think that was sort of the main one blocking the view.
Okay,
So
okay.
I think you're good to go. Thank you so
Okay.
much.
All
Sorry
right.
for
I
interrupting.
apologize. Burlington schools, we do a really great job with Google Meets, and Zoom is out of reach for us a little bit. So I apologize for the wonky start, but as you heard Kat say, I'm Suzanne, and I'm joined with tonight with my two former second graders and a current second grader, Seth, Eleanor, and Claire. And to get us started tonight, Safini is going to actually do the first connection for you about our plastic filmy bag recycling project. So I'm going to say to Seth, why do we want to recycle filmy plastic anyway?
Why do we want to recycle filmy plastic anyway? Goal 12, goal 14, goal 15.
Yeah, we in our school, we believe strongly in the United Nations global goals as kind of our guide for making life better for all. We chose to anchor this project in goal 12 to this idea of a closed loop system where we are responsible about what we produce and consume, as well as to protect life on land and life below water. Seth, tell me about what you know about decomposition of plastic bags. I got it. Go ahead, buddy.
Did you know how long does it take to decompose plastic bags? 200 between up to 1,000 years.
Yeah, so it's another really important driver for us is we don't want plastic bags to be in our land or our one Vermont landfill for 200 to 1,000 years. We thought that was pretty extreme. So Seth, why do we save this filmy plastic?
It can turn into new things.
Yeah, we use this filmy plastic. We work with Trex to turn it into new things. Here in the picture, we're seeing, what do you see in that picture? What did they use?
They use
the plastic to make stairs and decking, right? Yeah. And then here's a project that Seth created by himself. Can you tell a little bit about what the project is and why you created it? Yes, yeah. Tell us, what are you doing here with the bag in your hand? Like this one, show everybody this one. What do you do every day at school?
At breakfast, I ask my classmates if I can borrow their plastic.
Yeah, our school serves our breakfast in little tiny plastic bags. It's a government requirement that every student gets what they need for every meal. That's part of the food pyramid and food guidelines. And so Seth, without any adults asking him, said to his friends who were throwing the plastic in the trash,
if it's flexible, it's trexible.
Yeah, so he came up with a slogan, if it's flexible, it's trexible. And Seth, sometimes our friends make mistakes, right? Let me hold your bag for you. Seth wanted to show you a bag of plastic he collected. This is from just today's breakfast at CP Smith. And then what do we notice when people make mistakes? What kinds of mistakes can they make sometimes?
It's not It's not filming.
Yeah, it's
And
not
look.
filming. And you can hear
There's
the
the
noise,
So,
right?
do you hear any noise in this?
Soft, flexible. Yeah, so we're hoping that you all will learn tonight that you can recycle plastic, but only the soft, flexible kind is accepted at Trex. And then below, or to the right of the picture of Seth holding his plastic from the breakfast, you can see another student, Harrison, last year would, every day in his home, he would go through his parents' plastics and put them in a bag and bring them to school. So we want to encourage you all to do the same thing. Now, Trex, of course, does provide us a little incentive, or they used to anyway. So when we put in the right plastics, we would get
Red heaters,
yay!
planters, wind chimes.
And one year we even got a coat hook bar, all made of the Trex material. And you can see the big box. We have 3 of those big boxes around our school. And when Seth gets the bag that he collected today, he then makes a good slam dunk and puts it right in the recycling bag for transport. Now, Eleanor's going to take over because we had a small problem. The plastic bag recycling challenge changed, and Eleanor's going to tell you a little bit about what changed.
Hi, my name is Eleanor, and last year my class did the recycling challenge. My teacher told us we never get 1,000 pounds of plastic, but here's what made it harder. Vermont can't give out plastic bags in stores, so we don't collect as much as other schools. So I said to email Trex, and here was Trex's response. Trex appreciates all your hard work over the years. Since 2018, CP Smith Elementary School has recycled 1,319 pounds. Trex will honor your combined totals and send you a bench. Emily Whitaker, next Trex challenge staff. So we got a bench.
And they're sitting on it right now. And there's a picture for you in the slide so you can see how beautiful it is. And this was all driven by Eleanor. I basically, like Eleanor said, nope, we're never going to get a prize, but we're still going to do it for the earth. Eleanor said, no, Mrs. Weishar, let's convince them that we do deserve a good prize for all of our hard work. And someone said to me, I think Eleanor said, let's show them how our system looks. So outside of my classroom door, there is a system for collecting the plastic bags as well as collecting batteries for the other challenge that Claire will talk about later. So Eleanor, what do you know about the plastic? Does it stay in those boxes?
No. We bring it to Hannaford because Hannaford is a helpful partner.
Yeah. So those big orange arrows are showing you that's 1 month of plastic from CP Smith, even with the plastic bag ban. So believe it or not, all of that would have gone to the landfill without the help of my super awesome staff and students. Okay, to sum up the plastic challenge.
We know that we are helping. Plastic flows into our waters and harms wildlife. By recycling, we can protect life below water and life on land.
Yeah, well done. And lastly, before we wrap up our part, Claire's going to tell you about another really important project we're in the middle of where we are recycling batteries.
Hi, my name is Claire. Today, I will be talking about batteries. There are multiple kinds of batteries. Batteries can be recycled and made into different things. A few different things batteries can be made into are cleaning supplies, fertilizer, sunscreen, and golf clubs. You might be surprised that batteries can make these things, but it is true. It's illegal to dump batteries in the trash. They can ignite and pose a danger to workers. Collecting batteries at schools like ours helps the earth a lot. We have collected thousands of batteries in the past few years. Last year, we had a really high number. We collected 1,547 batteries. People use batteries in their everyday life. Batteries are made from metal like copper, iron, and salt water too. Batteries are a part of our lives. Without them, our lives would be different. Think about how often you use batteries. Every car has a battery. I hope you learned something about batteries today and liked my speech.
And Claire wants to close out her project with our partnership.
This year, we are doing a battery blitz school competition, and we're working with Call to Recycle, CSWD, and Earth Rangers.
Absolutely.
So 3 centers.
Absolutely. That's all we had from our school. So we're hoping that when questions arise, we know we only had a short time to talk with you, that you would please reach out to us. And if I can't answer your questions, I know I have some local experts here at school who could help you as well. Thank you so much. And I will stop sharing my screen and turn it back over to Kat.
Thank you. Thank you all so much. That was amazing. I saw so many hearts and thumbs up flying your way. So you all did a really good job. Oh, I love it. So next up we have, I'm gonna share my screen again here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Next up, we have Margaret Woodruff from Charlotte Library. Margaret Woodruff has served as the director of Charlotte Library for over 20 years. And under her leadership, the library has become a thriving hub of resources and a cornerstone of the community. Margaret is here today to talk to us about the Charlotte Library's different sustainability initiatives, including their special recycling programs, their garden program, and so much more. So with that, I will pass it off to you, Margaret. And I think you're still muted.
Yes. Can you see my screen okay?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yes. So the Charlotte Library is lucky to be part of a large group, an ever-growing group of sustainable libraries. There's a group of us here in Vermont and all around the country. And one of the things that has been so exciting for us here in Charlotte is that we can feel like we're making a difference, and that there is a lot of community support, and we learn a lot from the community as well. So this is one of my favorite quotes, since I'm a big fan of libraries. Libraries are part of keeping the world a sane place. And Rebecca Smith Aldrich is one of the people who's sort of foundational in launching sustainability in libraries. And within the library world, sustainability means that you are environmentally sound, socially equitable, and economically feasible. And that sort of where those overlap is what we try to strive for when we're creating programs and looking at resources and just being a library. So as I mentioned, we're part of the Vermont Sustainable Libraries Working Group. We're a group of small libraries working together, which means we can leverage opportunities, we can share inspiration and ideas, help each other as we all work towards becoming certified sustainable libraries. And this all began with a presentation at our annual state conference, and we were fortunate enough to get funding from the Vermont Community Foundation, and we used that to establish our working group and get started. And here are some of the things that all of us have been doing, and these are things that we've been lucky enough to do here at the library. We just had in Charlotte solar panels installed on the town garage. So we are now a net zero building because all of our everything we do here is supplied by electricity, and that's provided by the solar collection at the town garage. We offer repair cafes, community conversations. As Kat meant, we have mentioned, we have a number of garden projects here, and we operate as a cooling center and a heating center at the times of year when it might be hard for people to either stay cool enough or warm enough in their own homes. And these are things that we can all do. I mean, I think Suzanne and her students showed, you know, what you could do at school, and they highlighted their recycling program. Other things that we've done here that I feel like are not insurmountable projects, or not, you know, not feel like you're taking on too much, not overwhelming. A seed library. Tabletop just means that you encourage people to have a, you know, intimate conversation, a small conversation about how they can make a difference, and how the library can help them. And of course, being a library, we have a lot of reading resources available for people as well. So recycling here at the library, we have the same Trex project that you all do, which is awesome. And we also collect a lot of plastic, and we also recycle batteries, just like the same call to recycle. So I'm so excited to know other people are doing that. We also offer e-waste recycling. We recycle corks, can toppers, toothbrushes, toothpaste tubes, shaving accessories. It's a wide range of things, and it really helps that we have good support in our community to help us keep this going. We also have, as I mentioned, a seed library. We have 2 seed library coordinators who collect seeds each spring. They create a catalog, and they package up seeds for people to pick up here, grow in their own gardens, and then they can you know, if they're lucky enough to have saved the seeds, they can bring those back, and those go back into our library to be used again the next year. And it's created an opportunity for a whole lot of educational programs around seed saving, you know, growing your own food, and all of those wonderful things. And that relates to community food projects. So we're fortunate enough to have a Charlie cart here at our library, which is a portable kitchen on wheels that allows us to sort of be very flexible about offering food-related programs. We partner with Age Well, and we feature Vermont Harvest of the Month when we do our food-related programs. And some of those include a parking lot workshop on canning, where we showed people how to make dilly beans with the beans from their gardens. We made applesauce from the apples in the tree on the town green. And we held a disco soup day where we highlighted leftover produce at the end of the growing season, and how you can use that to make soup and other delicious meals that you can either freeze and share with others, or enjoy yourself, but just highlighting the importance of avoiding food waste. And we also have, lastly, we have a library of things. You might be familiar with this from your own libraries. We have everything from an apple picker, an invasive species tool. We just added a metal detector. We have a whole host of energy related items that you can check out. And the nice thing about this is we have a food dehydrator. So if you think you might want to, you know, dehydrate your tomatoes to save for the winter, but you don't want to buy a whole food dehydrator, you can come and check one out and use it here and bring it back, and someone else can use it as well. So those are just some of the few things that we offer here. And if you have any questions, I'd love to hear from you. And thanks so much.
Thank you, Margaret, so much for sharing. That was honestly very cool to hear all about what Charlotte Library is doing. I didn't know about the seed library. I love that. That's so cool. Well, great. And if anyone does have any questions, feel free to just pop them into the chat, and we will have time for questions at the end. And next up here, we have Amelia Lem from the Sandbox. And Amelia is the founder of the Sandbox, which is a no bounds creator space that aims to extend the life of garments and outdoor apparel, which ultimately reduces waste. And the Sandbox is based in the south end of Burlington, offering repairs, workshops, and curated experiences. And I just want to say a huge thanks to Amelia for joining us today. And I'll pass it over to you to share more about the Sandbox and all of the sustainable things that you all are doing in the community.
Thank you, Kat. All right, I do have some pictures that I would like to share so people have an idea what Sandbox look like. So I'm gonna do the screen share here, Kat. I know we're not planning on this.
That
Let
word
me give it a try. All right. Okay, so here's can you guys see that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so this is the team. 4 women. I'm on the left side, and then beside me you have Molly, Joe with the red shirt, and Ross. So this is the Sandbox team. I'm the founder, Molly's the manager, and Ross and Joe are sewers. But we're all creators there. We all have our hands on fabric. We like to be fun, creative. And yeah, we started Sandbox a little over a year now. And the idea was a bumpy road. I think I had a clothing line before Sandbox, and I was trying to be as sustainable as I could with the clothing line, working with sustainable fabric, being 1% for the Planet member, offsetting my carbon footprint. But at the end, I was making more. And in order for you to continue with that clothing line and be successful, you got to make even more. So COVID came and put a pause on things like nobody was going to go shopping anywhere. All the stores are closed. And that was an opportunity for me to rethink about what I was doing. So I reached out to my friend Russ and I said, I need a little distraction here. Can I help you, your surf shop, to create your own a little bit more sustainably? We'll make it here right in the house. We'll find a sewer and we'll try to create a few apparels here and there. So that's how it started. I carved a little place inside of the surf shop to try to make a few clothing for the surf shop. And well, ended up the surf shop took the space up front, and now I have this beautiful open space that Russ said, you go, you make that place happen. So now we have this awesome, fun space mix. There's a fish on the wall, some surfers painting on the wall, and we decided to bring the community to that space. And so that little idea of making apparel for winds and waves turning to this beautiful repair center, because the reality is that's what was the community was asking. Community was asking for a place where they could have their hands on garments and bring things to be repaired. And we do all the other things. We do clothing dyeing. You can dye clothes that it has stain. Basically, like Kat said, we're a creator space and we want to do anything we could possibly do to disrupt fast fashion and to prevent garments from going to landfill. So a little bit of data for you. The fashion industry is the second biggest polluter. The biggest one is oil, of course, but we are causing big harm on the environment through the fast fashion. One person every year tosses away 80 pounds of clothing. That's a lot of clothing. If you put 80 pounds of clothing in garbage bags, you probably will feel like 10 of those garbage bags. So that's a lot of clothing. Average American wears only 7 times one piece of clothing before they toss it away. And the clothing, when it's on landfill, the methane from clothing is actually 20 times more powerful than the CO2, causing big harmage on our planet. So we really got to prevent textile from going to landfill. And that's what Sandbox is here for. We're going to come up with ways that we can do to prolong the life of the garment, to upcycle the garment, to do anything we can possibly do instead of just tossing that away. So the good thing is, there's a lot of options we can do. So here's a few fun stuff. Look at the pants, huge hole. And we just repair, and the customer actually wanted something a little fun. So we added you can blend in a little more if you want something more subtle. This is a bunch of scrap fabric that we added a wave on the garment. So it was just a boring, simple garment that had nothing special. But then we created this beautiful graphic on the back. We created this garment out of a fabric from a brand in Quichi that was gonna toss it away. We take that. We have very skilled sewers, Ross and Joe. We made patterns and we created a garment out of the fabric that was not being utilized. We also offer dyeing. So if you have clothing that you drop in mustard, coffee, soy sauce, or it's faded, or you don't like the color anymore, we'll dye the garment for you. If you by mistake open the package and you pass the knife on your garment, if suddenly you slice the jacket, the Patagonia jacket, such a great jacket, we'll fix that for you. We'll add a fun patch, or we can do something, blend a little bit more. We have many different sewing machines that can do really thin fabric or very thick one. We also repair a full-size trampoline. Someone had the full-size trampoline in their backyard and the whole thing was busted. We repaired the whole trampoline that would otherwise ended up a landfill. Here's a little bit more dyeing that we do. So those garments here on the left, they were all stained and something not right with them. And we made this beautiful indigo dye and turned those garments into such a beautiful pieces that people are happy to wear. We also offer secondhand clothing. So you don't have to buy new. There's a lot of options in the beautiful clothing that looks brand new. So come to Sandbox also for shopping. We have a lot, our rack, this is an old picture. Now we have like 4 or 5 or 6 racks full of secondhand clothing. We take donations. So if you have garments that doesn't fit you anymore, or you just want to donate so someone else could enjoy, please come to us. We'll probably modify the garment and put in our rack for sale, but we also have a free rack. So we have a free rack that every day, 10 pieces, people just walking by, going to business around us, or just walking into the building, they take those and they really appreciate for some free clothing. So that's what we call our grab rack. We also do free patch day. So keep eye on our Instagram. Every once in a while, we do a free patch day. So if you have a hole in your pants, a hole in your jacket, don't throw it away. We'll fix it for you. We have a lot of pop-up repairs. So we did a pop-up repair at Ben & Jerry's. We did a pop-up repair 7th Generation at Hula. So basically, we bring all of our sewing machine are set up, and the company, instead of giving employees like a boring bowling fun day or wine or something, they invited us and give their employees a free repair, which they love that. We've done quite a few. We're looking for more. So if you have a company, a business, or just call us, we'll be happy to come over and do some repair. We also offer workshops. So our website, you can go on our website and see the workshops that we offer, but we teach you how to sew, how to block print, how to dye. We have a free workshop for you to learn how to use that sewing machine that is in your closet that you never touch. Ideally, you will learn how to use that sewing machine and repair your garments yourself. But we're trying to offer a lot of fun options, and we want our community to really to enjoy what we're doing there. And the goal for Sandbox is really to have potential a partner where like Burlington, like Patagonia, that we could help them with their apparel and have a steady amount of repair coming to us. So we're looking for that. But any kind of alteration, clothing alteration, bridal, we do bridal, any formal wear alterations, pretty much anything we can pass a needle through it, we're gonna do it. Yeah, that's pretty much it on my end here. So if anybody has any question, please reach out. Let me see if I have a few more photos. I think I ran through all of them. This is like some beanies that we got some fabric from turtle fur. They were just simple fabrics. It's too small for them to do anything. So we made those fun beanies. And then we had a workshop that people are actually creating their own beanies. Yeah, anything textile, Sandbox is here to help you guys. We can, yeah, we can do anything back there.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. I'm already thinking about a few of my own garments that I'm like, oh, I need to bring that to the Sandbox.
Yes,
And
please do it.
I did see a hand go up for questions. Suzanne, did anyone on your end have a question for Amelia?
I think Claire and Amelia were curious about whether the Sandbox would ever consider doing a kid workshop.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, we do kid workshop. We do. Let me see. We worked with the Burlington High School District, King Street. We do like kids camp on the summer. We do birthday parties. So you can have your birthday party, invite your friends over. We'll create like a bag or a block print. Yeah, we can repair. We do jewelry out of recycle, out of fabric that we have. Yeah, lots of options.
That's wonderful. And then we have another question. We're if it's not clear already, we're transitioning into our question time. So let's see. I'll read off a question, and this one is for you, Margaret. From Allison. Allison says, you used a term that a sustainable library. And I'm pretty sure you were referring to the Sustainable Library Coalition. But Allison says it sounded like certain libraries could be designated as sustainable. If I have that right, what criteria is used? And do you know if the South Burlington Library has this designation?
Okay, well, this is something I'm very excited about, so I'll have to try not to talk too much. But yes, there is a Sustainable Libraries Initiative, and that is an organization that sort of oversees the certification process to become a sustainable library. And there are over 100 steps. There's an action item form. But the thing that's amazing, and the thing I hope that I conveyed with my few slides tonight, is that there's so much that I think we all already are doing, the recycling and just being thoughtful and meaningful. And I think the Sandbox work is such a great inspiration for that too. So that's how that works. The South Burlington Library is not part of the program yet, but we sure would love to have them. I'm on the advisory board, so I would be happy to talk to anybody about that.
That's great. Thank you. And then just a little follow-up for that. Is there a list of sustainable libraries that people can refer to?
Yeah, if you go to the Sustainable Libraries Initiative, if you look that up online, sli.org, I believe, you will get the list of libraries all around the country. There's even a couple overseas that are part of the program.
Great, thank you. And then lots of questions popping in. The next one I'll read is for Amelia here. I'll ask sort of both in the same, oh, it looks like you answered them. So perfect. You were typing them, but the one question was sort of what I guess where are you located? And then the other one was what's the process? And I think this will be helpful for everyone to hear. Is it sort of appointment? Do you make an appointment to come to the Sandbox to get a repair? Do you just show up? How would you go about that?
Yeah, so no, you can come anytime. We're open from Monday to Friday, from 9 to 6. And we're also open on Sundays. If it's a bridal, then we probably need an appointment or something a little bit more complicated, but otherwise walk-ins. And you can also open a ticket on our website, Sandbox, www.sandboxvt.com, and you can start your repair ticket there and ask questions if you have. We'll follow up with you, like if you want to know how much it costs or if it's fixable. You can upload a picture of your garment or the item that you want to know if we're able to repair. But come to Sandbox. We're right behind New World Tortilla, besides Lunarama on that building, behind the Winds and Waves. So there's tons of parking on the back, just coming over, and you can also browse around our secondhand clothing and all that. But yeah, no need to schedule an appointment or anything. And yeah, so I guess I covered both of the questions. And thank you, Rhonda. Yes, Sandbox rocks. I like it.
And does Sandbox fix shoes as well?
We do fix shoes if it's we had like a Tiva sandals that the strap was busted, so we're able to fix that. But we're not a cobbler. And I think the only one that we had actually closed, which is it's a bummer. And I think the closest one now is in Barrie. I'm not sure. But if it's yeah, if it's a thin part of the shoe, we can probably fix it. We did fix a few shoes. Yeah, but yeah, bring it over and we'll let you know.
Wonderful. Let's see. It looks like all of our chat questions have been answered. So I do have a question for Suzanne, Eleanor, Claire, and Seth. And my question that I'd love for anyone to answer is what is one mistake or unexpected learning moment that you all had during your project? Was there anything that came up that you were like, oh shoot, like I'm having a really hard time with this. How do you overcome it?
Great question. So, for example, like Seth, when you were asking kids for their plastic, did anyone ever say, no, that's trash? No, they cooperated with you? And Eleanor, when when I said to all of you, sorry, no prize this year, did everybody quit the project?
Most people, they just gave up.
You think?
Because I thought we'd never get it, but me and Claire were like, we're gonna get one.
Yep. And another
No
person,
matter what.
another person, Coco too, said, no, Mrs. Weisbach, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna keep on trying. And we have a bag behind us, even 12 pounds we weighed today from one of our 3 boxes. So even though we probably will never win a grand prize again, we're not quitting. We're not stopping. And Claire, what about batteries?
Well, sometimes it can get a little annoying because you have to put them in one way for certain kinds, and sometimes you have to put them opposite, and sometimes you have to put them the exact same way. So it kind of gets a little frustrating. But once you're a little used to it, you just go bing, bang, boom.
Yeah, so it takes some learning, right?
Boom,
Yeah.
bing, bing,
Eleanor,
boom.
did you have something to add?
Yeah, but sometimes when you ask people for their plastic, they said it goes in the trash, and then you find plastic bags in the compost bin.
Yeah, so we still have to help each other. We still have to
Wait,
sort,
speaking of
but
trash,
we're here for our community, so we're not giving up.
That is wonderful. It sounds like there are, with any project, some challenges that come up, but also it sounds like you all are sort of inspiring change in the whole entire school. This little ripple effect that's going out, which is great. Amazing. So I'm looking one more time. It looks like we've answered all of our questions here. Margaret did have to, Margaret with Charlotte Library had to log off. She is busy with another library program back to back. So if you have any questions lingering for her, then feel free to email her or me, and we can get those answered. And with that, I want to thank everyone, Suzanne, Eleanor, Claire, Seth, Amelia, Margaret, everyone for chatting with us today. It honestly really inspiring to hear everyone's stories, and I know that everyone listening is taking a huge piece from this and hopefully spreading it into their own communities. And it sounded like one person wanted to get South Burlington Library on some of the same projects that Charlotte Library is doing, and this plastic bag collection will probably inspire other schools. So it's very exciting, and I know Amelia, you have a lot new repairs coming your way as well. Everyone sort of taking inventory of what they need fixed and keeping it out of the landfill, which is great. So I just want to say another thank you. Thank you for joining, everyone. And a huge thank you to our guest speakers again. And you will receive a follow-up email with resources and including everyone's, all our guest speakers' emails for you to reach out to if you do have any questions. And in that email will be a link to our next webinar, which will be all about Vermonters living zero waste. So this was sort of a broader view of organizations, businesses, schools living zero waste. This next webinar will be about personal stories. One, just to give you a little Easter egg, will be about a woman living here in Vermont who has been dumpster diving for years and years now, and that's how she sources her food. And so that will be a pretty cool story to hear about. And before we log off, Suzanne and her students are going to share one last little song to send us off, and then we'll say goodnight to everyone. So we'll have Suzanne pull up her screen. Wonderful.
Okay.
A little reduced read cycle.
Okay, so we're only going to play part of this, but in elementary school land, we love to learn by singing because it's one fantastic modality to get things to stick. And we found this amazing song called Reduce, Reuse, Recycle by Jack Johnson. We only are going to play a tiny bit, and we hope that you'll sing along at home. And we apologize if it gets stuck in your head, but it's catchy on purpose. Here it comes, I think.
Jack Johnson. Yes. Yep.
Let's see. Oh, hopefully. Oh no, sorry, I apologize.
It also lessens the mental load of replying to emails. When you
If you can see the words, sing along at home with us.
It's a magic number. Yes, it is. It's a magic number. Because 2 times 3 is 6. And 6 times 6 is 18. The 18th letter of the alphabet is R.
we got 3
R's. We're gonna talk about today.
we gotta learn to reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
And we could keep going, but we want you to look that song up online. All we want you to do is think, reduce, reuse, recycle, close that loop, and please live with joy in your hearts.